Hi there, I'm Sam Hewen from Outlander, and this is how I train on most days. I really enjoy the action stuff, not only in Outlander, but also recently did Bloodshot with Vin Diesel, which is a very physical part. I put on as much muscle as I could. Or SAS Red Notice, where I played a Special Forces operator. So we adapted the training. It was a lot more tactical movement and a lot more Krav Maga, a lot more hand-to-hand combat, as opposed to Jamie Fraser. He's a Highland warrior. There's a lot of battle scenes, a lot of fight scenes. Obviously, the fitness aspect also really helps the performance aspect. Filming in Scotland really gave me a passion of not only working out, but also getting outdoors. I love hiking. My background is a lot more endurance training. I've run a bunch of marathons. I recently ran 2 in a month. I really wanted to share my love of the outdoors, of working out with people. So I created My Peak Challenge. It's a charity fundraiser. We have raised over $6 million for charity. We have peakers, as we like to call them, our members all over the world. Mindfulness, we look at yoga, we look at nutrition. And it's really about being adaptive. And I think that's kind of how I look at my training these days. The workout will be pretty simple. I'll look at doing a warm-up, short bit of cardio, just getting the heart rate up, get the blood pumping. Get some mobility work, some scapular stuff, trying to obviously stretch out my back, especially if I've been sitting on an airplane for a long time. And if you're feeling especially tight, I always find it's good to warm up with a couple of inchworms. That's a really good way to get all those muscle groups really active, and then I'll get into a workout. The 10-to-1 ladder is a really effective workout because essentially it's a circuit. You're doing 10 reps of each exercise, then 9, then 8, then 7, you get the idea. Down to 1, and guess what? You've done 55 reps of each of the exercises. So it's a lot of reps. So the weights you're gonna be using, you're not gonna be up at your 1 rep max. You're gonna be something kind of midway. As you go down the ladder and the reps get less, you can also add weight to make it more challenging. There's a number of ways of adapting this. I just think it's a really great way to get a lot of work done in a very short space of time. The first exercise we've chosen is the deadlift. You can put a lot of weight on there. You want to keep that posture really tight, your back flat or with a slight bend in the small of your back. The deadlift is a big compound move. You're working a lot of muscle groups, your posterior chain, your back, your lats, your hamstrings. I personally have very tight hamstrings because I do tend to do a lot of running, a lot of endurance work. The second exercise we're going to pick is a squat. I'm going to do a cycle squat, which is raising my heels on a plate with a goblet, so a dumbbell or a kettlebell. So you're putting extra weight on those quads. I recently had an accident with my knee and I've been rehabbing my left knee. I managed to fracture it and also minor tear in my MCL. It's been a really interesting journey. It's made me have to think slightly outside the box, trying to build my range of motion in my knees. It's a really great little workout. You can do it to a chair if you don't have full mobility. You can do it down to 90 degrees to a parallel squat. And if you've got that full range of motion, then yeah, ass to grass is always a good one. If I'm going really heavy on this 55, then I might pick a bench press. Always feels a good one, and it certainly works the upper body. If you don't have access to it, a press up is also good.
I don't know what a press up is.
Oh, what do you guys call it?
Push up. Push up.
For my friends across the Atlantic, a press up is actually a push up. But I promise you, the UK version is better. I really like it because you have to keep the whole body tight, your core, your back, and obviously you can do press-ups anywhere, whether it's a gym, in the park, I don't know, even as you get out of bed. The last exercise we're going to do today will be an ab-based exercise. We're going to do a leg raise. This can be knees to elbows or toes to bar. Great exercise to work your core, your lower abs. It's not something that I would essentially concentrate on, but I'll always throw in some sort of ab work at the end. Just do a couple of rounds of that just to finish it off, because hey, we all like the vanity muscles as well, don't we? Well, that was a great workout. Thanks for joining me for that. Remember, you guys, you can always adapt. You can always find something to do. Catch me on Outlander in the new season.